Hello and welcome back to another casual night chit chat show. Now we have one very interesting thing that I want to talk about today, and that is Ashes of Creation. And oh boy, whew, I won't say it's a drama, but my goodness, this is bad. What happened to Ashes of Creation is actually very, very bad, in my opinion. And guess what? The issue, no, cannot say issue, the downfall. Okay, before we go to that part, let's talk a little bit about Ashes of Creation. But after these messages, and that is it is casual night chit chat show. The topic for tonight is Ashes of Creation. Before that, a little bit of housekeeping. Yeah, no, I have an announcement for today, and that is it is February. That's right, it is time to do a drop for January, and we want to do the animation live on stream, and that would be the drop for February, but it's for the month of January. Number one. Number two, I did say out the requirement for the series 4 membership card, and I need to put a lot of things up and running, but I need to get design up as well. So I'm gonna basically model and develop the characters, and basically it's gonna run parallel. So the drop will happen first, that's the first drop, and then second drop would be the series 4 drop. Now the series 4 drop, unfortunately I want to implement something cool, and we're gonna take a deeper dive this month. That's right, for the whole month of February, if I'm not working on the game, I will work on the shader and everything live for you guys, because I'm moving away from Houdini to Unity, and I want to use Unity as the main driving engine. No, can I use software? The main driving software for future drops, because I'm using it to also develop games as well. And that's right, I am also developing games on, not say on the side, but with this channel from here on out. If I'm not playing brawlers, yeah, it's gonna be live game dev live stream, and there's a lot more things we want to go through. And yeah, that's it. That's just a opening monologue. You know what, I'm gonna say it's opening monologue. And last but not least, I still need to implement the wax blockchain to my, not the game. All right, the game, I want to say I want to stay away from blockchain. There will be some blockchain, not say integration, but there will be a feature that it can load the items that you get from my collection. Yeah, and I want to implement like a small little feature per se. It's like a thank you note, or a something like, okay, cool, you got my collection, now what can you do with it? Oh, you can play. Yes, you can use the assets and play with it. And that's it. Yeah, that's really, really it. So without further ado, let's get into the topic of the day, and that is Ashes of Creation. And it's a doozy, oh boy. It is a doozy indeed. So that is crazy though, in a way. Alright, before we do anything, let me get my overlay up and running. For some reason, my game is not running. Come on, press play. And all right, so we need to do animation today. That will be for the drop. Release the whole entire list. I did say last week we're supposed to release the list, right? But no, that's on me. Okay, that's on me. Officially, we will do the what do you call this? The, not say white list. All right, there's no white list in my collection at all. The moment you got the set of items that I put on requirement, that's where you can claim the membership. Membership comes with one specific perk, and that is you get an exclusive drop pool just for members. That's it. All right, that's really, really it. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. Okay, game, make sure the game is running. game is running. Sweet. All right, so now I can just type register, and the bots, I will appear. Hey, preparing, and then get stuck. No, what happened to? Where's my character? Where's? Oh, totally forgotten. I cannot minimize the window, and then add bots. Yeah, all right, cool. That's where everyone is there. And then if I would attack, and then the boss HP will drop. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just gonna let it run on the background while I find the sources because we want to really, really go through some of it. And guess what? Um, very, very important thing is the, I would say closure, but the whole entire Asher Force creation drama reminds me a little bit on another, I won't say MMO, but another MMO blockchain game, right? And it's called Ember Sword. Yes, the only difference is Ashes of Creation is much more of a solid product versus any, and I dare say, which is a shame, okay? Every other Web3 projects out there. The only project right now that's closest to a game-like thing is Illuvium. But Illuvium is also another game that I can say I'm very disappointed in a way, but not that bad. Okay, Illuvium is not. It's disappointed because the amount of things that they have raised. Right, it's not really a game. It is a game. All right, Illuvium is more of a game. But still, no. You know what? No, no. I'm gonna eat my words. I'm gonna eat my word. Out of everything, Illuvium is the closest thing to a game other than Axie Infinity. These are the two games that I can say, okay. The only say I'm disappointed is that there is not much of a, I won't say marketing, but there's not much of a news. Maybe I'm not tuning in that it's a game. Like really, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say I am not tuning into their news because I am unfortunately I've reached to a point that I'm not really that bothered. Yeah, because the whole entire game structure is based on the Ethereum blockchain, and there is no when I was still active monitoring them, there wasn't any, I would say, um, not say free to play. On one end, we really need free to play. For Web3 projects specifically, we need not to say a free to play edition, but you know what? That's for another day because we're gonna take a look and talk about Ashes of Creation. Alright, Ashes of Creation is an MMORPG where everything is backed by action and it is alright. So this is interesting because a lot of things that they have done is very very solid, and this is the one most important question that I want to talk about, and it is very very important. To what point, okay, that you can own the game? Because so far every other games like Anthem, I'm still pissed off. Okay, I am still salty and pissed off on Anthem, whereby it's no longer available for us to play at all. Not even the, wow, you know what, I'm gonna say not even a private, not say private server. Okay, you know what, you can't even do the single player game. I'm going to talk a lot about this, okay? So without, I don't want to take too much time. I'm going to just go through Ashoff's creation first, okay? So let's see, overview, Alpha 2, news. Okay, director's letter to citizen of Vera. Okay, unfortunately, this is from January 29. And you know what the fun bit? January 29, 1st of February, boom. We got a huge layoff from from the studio of that made Ashes of Creation. Total layoff, if I'm not mistaken. And that's the one we want to go through, okay? We want to go through the whole entire thing. And that is Ashes of Creation's turmoil continues as Sherry responds over the weekend, urging practices. Okay. to say that ashes of creation in turmoil, you know what, doesn't matter. Interpret Studio seemingly imploded overnight on Saturday. We want to take a look at this guy, what's happened over there. And let's see, we have been working behind the scenes, yada yada yada. All this are, you know what, doesn't really matter in my opinion, because you can say whatever reason you want. The action tells everything. You know what? Raid Shadow Legend is still up here. You know what? I want to make a game. If I can maintain a game like Raid Shadow Legends and Clash of Clans, I'm super happy. All right. Okay. Or Roblox. Okay, I've made a public statement. My next action will be a public filing. Hope that the point people better understand what happened. Okay, what happened? We want to know what happened. And wait until there are more facts available for forming conclusion. That's on Discord. I'm not bothered with this because news can break out very, very fast. And at the same time, I also don't like to talk too much about things that it is not official. But looking at how game dev has been going for the past 2 years, specifically for the past 2 years, okay? When the rumor says they are going belly up, it is 100, it's like, I won't say 100%, but it is like true, close to true, right? 99%, 99.9, I would say, because of how news travels. It is crazy fast. All right. So, okay, obviously we have reports over there. You can actually take a look at the report for yourself and, you know, make an opinion, no, make a conclusion for yourself. I am here to just put extra opinions, right? My piece on the interweebs. Right, simple as that, all right? I would say read as much as you can, get as much facts as you can, and then form your own opinion and conclusion, right? I can say I already, yeah, no, I've reached to a point where at the moment I read a few lines, I can easily say, oh boy, it is close to dead, if not dead. Okay, let's see. We can corroborate account. Kira also reports that claims that we heard circling that what workers has not been paid. Okay, that's one very key thing. And the moment I would say this, okay, I genuinely will stand on this hill and will die on this hill. The moment you don't get paid, doesn't matter if it's no, it matters, right? It matters when you don't get paid for more than a month, obviously. And of course, the moment you don't get paid on time. Now, time is a relatively subjective thingy, but I would go as far as if you don't get paid on the regular time period. So for example, let's say this you get paid the first week of the first day of every week, and then suddenly you don't get paid on the specific date. Like let's say Monday, right? Every first day of the month, no, the first Monday of the month, you get paid. The moment you don't get paid on Monday on the first day of the month, that is a flag that you want to, you know, pay attention to. 1 week later, in my opinion, anything longer than a day or two is actually very, very bad. All right, straight up. I would go as far as, for me, I'm being a little bit nicer. So 1 week. So if you don't get paid the next week, immediately I can get, not say guarantee, I immediately will put a red flag and says, hey, you know what, what's up? Is the company going down? Is the company having trouble, having money issue? Because that's it, right? If you don't get paid after a week, some people are crazier, like a few days done, right? So for me, 1 week, right? After a week, if you don't get paid, it's a huge red flag. You don't get paid on the date itself, the salary date, then you know what? That is something that you're going to pay attention to. Very straightforward. Okay. Yeah. You want to get paid on time always, especially when you are and not say anticipating, especially when the salary dispense on the specific time of the week on the month. Okay. Very, very important. Yeah. Because if they delay, I'm gonna say this straight, all right? If they delay the pay 1 week, I just delay my work 1 week. Right? That's a fair thing. Yeah. So that's the hill that I'm willing to die on. I would go as far as like, you know what, the first few days, like if you delay 1 or 2 days, okay, if you delay on the day itself and you made an announcement, you know what, I'm taking a grain of salt and says, all right, that's fair. But if it's more than a week, yeah, that's too. Yeah, no, 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 no. Okay, whew, derailed a little bit, but that's very, very important for me because I want everyone to get paid, especially on time. And when you don't get paid on time, definitely a huge red flag. All right. So, back to the story. So the moment people don't get paid, okay. Let's see. It was initially the skeleton crew, maintain the studio, but changed within 24 hours. Entire company layoff. There we go. Yeah, very straightforward. The moment you don't get paid, something is up already. Okay, straight up. We are working to corroborate some of the other claims. Okay, no. As of this writing, the Brit have not made public comments anywhere. Yeah, of course they are not going to make public comments. Yeah, because there is the thing called legal dispute. And the moment you get a huge news like this, the legal dispute is gonna be huge, especially a total studio laid off. Okay, if it's a huge layoff, usually there is 1 or 2 announcement. Now, I've been through this before. That's the reason why I can safely say this. Okay, and not to say I safely say this, but credible. I kind of knew the process. It's hilarious. Um, so usually, okay, if there is a mass layoff, there's only two outcome. All right, they will announce either on the last day itself, right? If they're being, uh, hush hush, they will literally announce at the last day itself. It's like, hey, you know what? Today's your last day. Pack up, go home. Straight up, right? Straight up. Been there, done that. Okay. Oh, okay. Not done that. Been there, experienced that. Yeah, I have. I'm not. The problem is I am a bit. Yeah, no. If I say done that, most likely I laid off myself because I don't have a company yet. All right. So one of the key things I'm trying to do on the side is building my brand, and of course, at the end of the day, if I can have a small little company to myself making games, I'm super happy, and streaming and whatnot. I definitely want to, have a side hustle making games and creating content for you guys out there. That's it. That's really, really it. All right. Question is, can I get there? Yeah. But then again, let's see. Okay. Ash of Creation, resign in protest, board mass layoff. Yeah, and of course, of course. Let's see. The future Ash of Creation. I'm gonna go through some of this. I can make limited statement. Again, a lot of legal bindings over there. Yeah, here this is a huge one. Okay, my time at Intrepid Studios has officially ended. So a lot of news. That's the reason why I want to put this out front. Okay, I don't want to just talk. I need to provide receipts, and this is it. So that's one long line over there. All comes to when Sheriff confirmed only 9 employees has been affected. So initially it's like, okay, we only lay off 9 people, but no, no, it's not even the total opposite. It's not like we keeping 9 people only. It's like no, no, it's neither laying off 9 or keeping 9. It's like a total, yeah, total implosion. Crazy. That's crazy. Okay. According to Asher Creation, Warn Act letter has been sent to the staff via first class mail. It seems that someone has sent their reforged a copy of the notice. It started that Warn Act notice must be taken effect on February 2nd. This letter report claims that recent payroll period cannot be met. Interpret Studios. Whew. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Painful. All right, painful. I'm gonna say this straight. It's very, very painful getting laid off, especially on the last. Okay, there's a word for last minute or the last possible minute. Okay, I've forgotten what it is called, but there is a line I want to use. It's actually very, very interesting. So that's that. All right. Next up, let's go through some of the articles because, like I said, I want to provide as much receipt as I can, and I don't want to just grab one article. I want to grab as much as I can. Alright, Steam quietly withdraws under fire MMO Ashes of Creation from sale as fans wonder who's left to maintain the servers. Yeah, this is one of the key things that I want to talk about once we cover this. Alright, Ashes of Creations was funded by hugely successful 3.2 million Kickstarter campaign back in 2017. 9 years, right? 9 years in development. See, the thing is, the pain is not okay. Partially it's because of the game going down. The pain is actually the game going down after 9 years. 9 years of Kickstarter early access thing, and this is something that I must talk about because obviously number one, I've been through this as well. The Kickstarter, the whole entire Kickstarter rock pool thingy, very painful, but not as painful as Web3 projects. Web3 projects are in my category, in my list, it's the worst. Now because of that, I am very I would say, how do I call this? Trust issues. I have trust issues with a lot of games that goes under early access these days. However, with that being said, I am much less salty, okay, if I had a game to play to begin with. So, Kickstarter, back at the days, I thought it was the worst, but then again, the experience of Web3 projects literally, right, turns everything upside down. Web3 is still the worst offender. No, not still. It has taken up the worst offender out there. That's why a lot, if not, as of today, I really don't trust Web3 projects in general when they ask something like, okay, you need to buy in order to. No, not even buy. I'm still okay-ish if there is a game to play, but I'm staying away, far away from projects like says, okay, here's our white paper, we're gonna do this game, come and fund our game or fund our projects. Yeah, I'm staying far away from that. Okay, I tried. I gave Web3 a chance. I gave Web3 a yeah, no, basically I gave Web3 a chance and I got burned badly. Does not mean I don't trust the blockchain. I just don't trust the developers in general, or in general, especially if they don't have anything to show. If they have zero things to show, I'm not bothered at all. So on one end, I'm going to give a little bit of credit to Ashes of Creation because there is a game to play. And we're not going to talk about price tag because when you talk about price tag, it is a pain in general. Like games. See, the thing is, I'm used. Oh, hold on a sec. Let me take a cup of water because I'm going to talk about this, and it is very unpleasing. Okay, so let's start off with the most basic of basic, the Kickstarter days. So back in the day, Kickstarter, for me, my tolerance is like what? $50. Sometimes I'll go to up to $100. That is like I get a special edition or whatnot. Okay, like founders edition, backer edition. Yeah, like yeah, sure. Usually it's below 100, right? That's where I like it. Personally, Kickstarter games, as of today, you know what? It should be not more than $60, less than $60, right? And especially if the game is still in early development, I would like to see something like $19, $25, $30. That's okay. Anything above that, we want to wait it out, right? Just wait it out. That doesn't you won't lose anything. Trust me. Yeah, trust me, bro. No, you really won't lose a lot of things. So that's that. So $50 early access on Steam. You know what? not a pricey game, but it is slightly pricey for an early access game. Okay, that's that. Just have to put it up here. Early access game. I would say early access game should also will not supposed to go more than $29.90. Yeah, $29.90, $30. Right, let's make it a flat rate, $30 until they're about to release the game. No, when they release the full alpha, not say alpha, the full gold. When the game is gold, yeah, you can charge whatever amount you want. Okay, early access should cost less, like $30. I think that's the best price point. In fact, that's the maximum price point. Anyway, derailed too much because ugh, painful. But like I said, I want to give a little bit of credit to Ashes of Creation because at least they have a game. Now, here comes the controversial part, alright? Although I did say there's a game, but the controversial part is that Ashes of Creation only put did I say somewhere here? Let me double check. Let's see. They have a live stream coming up February 13. Yeah, we shall wait. All right, February 13. Let's see if they are if they were to follow through. I'm going to give a little plus point, even though the game is in a bad reputation right now. If they have an official news on February 13, I'm going to say this straight. Okay, I will give some plus point. At least they have the I won't say responsibility, but the responsibility to say, hey, you know what? The game is dead. Or the game is something, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter what they're going to say. As long as they put something up on the February of 13, according to this news, okay? According to this news. To ensure we can speak clearly and thoroughly about what's next, we move our upcoming development update on Twitch to February 13, 2026, 11 a.m. Pacific. All right, I'm going to give them a lot of, because I'm going to give them a plus point. Okay, no matter how bad it is, I will give them a kudos. Yeah, I'm going to respect them a little bit. Not say respect. You know what? I'm going to give them some respect for it. Okay, fair enough. And of course, they have some issues. We're not going to go through some of this issue because this most generally the most problematic in every MMO games that have no, not that have. In every MMORPGs or any multiplayer games out there, there'll always be this problem, right? Real money transaction, the number one issue is don't have money. Don't even bother putting real money transaction. Just don't. Right? You get rid a lot of issues over here. Primarily, one of the things will be the bots. Right? The moment you don't have real money transaction, bots will drop dramatically. However, there will still be gold mining bots, that's for sure. And depending on how grindy the game is, sadly, we're gonna have auto leveler bots as well. That's like a oh wow, that's back in my Ragnarok Online, the RO heydays. Right? Cheating, yeah, no, cheating you can just lump it up with bots, right? It's the same thing. PvP and corruption system that don't yet feel consistent. All right, this one doesn't matter. This one's basically a feature. Issues surrounding caravans, crates, and risk versus real gameplay. This is game balancing is always an ongoing issue, but that's not the biggest problem. Content and system bugs that interrupt gameplay. However, this is kind of the back end thing, which also goes to the performance and stability. So that's all right. Out of all the priority, this is the number one issue when it comes to real money transactions. So once you get rid of this, you will actually solve a lot of issues. Not all, but a lot. This game balancing, that this one will only improve through time, and that it depends on whether if the developer wants to follow the crowd or they have a system that they want to implement. Now, this is going to be a huge topic. I'm not going to go too deep. Sometimes the community voices are important. You want to hear what makes them play, or rather what's fun for them. Very, very important. Just because you have a specific gameplay does not mean you should not listen to the community. That's it, right? Same goes with this guy. This one is, yeah, depending how you code the game, that's about it. This is going to be an ongoing issue for every games out there. Like I said, that's why I'm not going to go too deep. Okay, So let's see, where do we have right now? Discord, refunds. Okay, so you know what? If Steam should actually, and you know what, Ashes of Creation should as well offer a refund because you know, you just close up the game. Then I would say this, okay? This is me personally. I would go even one step further. I would go one step further and says, hey, you know what? We're gonna make this game. If you're gonna go down in flames, go on with a blaze of glory. It's like release the games. Like, hey, we're gonna sell the game's server so you can host your own private server. Yeah, that's it. Just put a little bit of effort in it. Get yeah, let people run their own private server. Now, of course, there is one huge issue, right? Converting an MMO to a private server takes a lot of time. Takes how much time? I don't know. That's one key thing that I would like to explore. How hard is it to port over? No. Technically, it's not that hard. It's whether the developer wants to do it or not. I'm gonna say this straight. It's whether the developer wants to do it or not. Obviously they will take more time to create the server and whatnot, so that's one, right? Because technically you can release the file or you can sell, right? Host your own server. No, you know what, I'm gonna even put further out. Every MMO game out there needs to have at least this backup, right? You can let other people host their own private server or at least local server. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna stand on this line. I'm gonna stand on the line where if a game's gonna go belly up, if an MMO game's gonna get closed down and shut down forever, open up the server for anyone to host. Some people say, oh, what about the IP? What about the brand and whatnot? I can easily say this, all right? You know how many people wants to play some of the older MMO games out there? One of it is I think it's Wildstar. One of the game I used to play. Very unique MMORPG out there. And guess what? I cannot play because nobody can reverse engineer the server and yeah, the server, and there is no what you call this private server. No, because people cannot reverse engineer, there's no private servers out there. Yeah. It is a very, very unique game. I'm gonna search up this game for a little while. Okay. And it's interesting. NC Soft. Where did I hear this publisher before? NC Soft. Very, very familiar. Very, very familiar. Okay. Anyway. Wildstar, the best MMORPG that deserves to die? Huh. Very interesting. But anyway, this Wildstar, I just grabbed straight away. It is obviously, it is very old already, so you can see the graphic is not that great and whatnot. So the whole entire server just gone. Poof, gone. And one of the key thing that I love Wildstar was not of the graphics, not because of the team, but because of the mechanic. There's one key mechanic that this game is awesome, and that is telegraphed attacks. Zone attack, telegraph attack, and that is something that Final Fantasy later on, no, not Final Fantasy. Later on, there are some MMOs that follows. One of them is Final Fantasy, where you get to see some of the game mechanics. Not to say from Wildstar, but it is similar. And yeah, that's it. That's really, really it. So yeah, I know there's issue with Wildstar, that's why they closed down, but the problem wasn't the issue. The problem was once you close down some unique MMO games out there, it is painful. It is very, very painful. Whew. Okay, so with that, let's get back into the news again. Gonna go through some of it. Most successful request has been human check, so players suggesting that those look for refund should not check the box to request a refund, but Instead, contact Steam via "I have a question about this product" option. That way, your request will be routed to a member of the customer support and not an automated. Oh, okay, this for refunds. Unlike Kickstarter, donors will secure any refunds given the nature of crowdfunded program. So basically, anyone who do crowdfunding, there is one clause where it says that if the project goes belly up or something, there are high chance that you cannot get back the money because it's being withdrawn, right? The only saving grace is for Steam. Steam does offer refunds, especially like for example for Ashes of Creation. You know, it's a clear cut that you have to put a refund. Another one is the day before, the day after the zombie game. Also, that was a huge problem, right? Huge problem. So that's that. Yeah, painful, right? Painful. One last article. A fate worse than death. Ashes of Creation purchased by former Pyramid Scheme founder. Oh, this is new. Yeah, I read this, and that's the reason why I dig up Ember Sword. Oh, Ember Sword. There we go. I brought this guy. I went and searched because Ember Sword has the same exact problem, or rather not same exact problem, but the same problem, whereby not the game issue, not the Web3 part, but it was bought over by a crypto bro mentality, which is fate worse than death. Okay, I did say straight up. Um, a lot of investor as type of people who goes into the video game. I'm gonna use the word video game, right? Video game arena to develop games. I'm gonna say this because this is my exact experience on the Web3 project side. At least half is clueless about games. Literally, they do not know what game. They do not know what makes a game. Okay, number one. And out of the half, so half of them are clueless about video games. What makes video games tick? The moment their project goes down, they just blame everyone. It's like, oh, our fans don't like to play our games. Like, dude, you don't even have a game to begin with. That's the problem. Okay. And then the other half, you know what? There are a lot of issues as well, right? And then it's tough, right? A lot of the investor side of things. The not say the pencil pusher, the bean counters, right? Bean counters is a whole different story, but the wannabe entrepreneur game developer, aka moi, me as well. That's why I'm trying my very best to be a proper game dev, or at least an indie game dev, right? Make a game first and then sell the game. All right. If not, no. Make a game first and then sell, which I'm following the steps of Star Citizen, but at the same time, Star Citizen is also another game with huge drama. We're not gonna go too deep about that, okay? But I like their open developmentness, okay? So that's that. Okay, the drama, you know what? If Star Citizen were to become something like Ashes of Creation, I'm gonna cover it for sure. It's gonna be chaotic over in that department. Okay, it's gonna be very chaotic. I hope not. All right. Okay, the passion project phase comes to an emotional end. I'm gonna go to D. Players were torn, was Sheriff and his crew truly strayed by bot left, unable to continue a 10-year passion project. Now, this is the question though. If a game takes 10 years to do, no, you know what? I will stand on some projects. Some projects it's a passion, not passion project. Okay, some projects are passion. Can I use word passion driven? Can I use word passion driven? Some projects does take a long time to do because of the funding and the know-how, right? Some people, or rather, I'm gonna use me as myself. I want to create games, but I don't know how to create. I don't know where to start. I don't know of a lot of things. So the only way I can do is just slowly learn as I go. Okay, I could just hire a studio and make a game, easy peasy, but I don't want to. I want to handcraft myself. So I can say the game is built. I built the game. Okay, whether it's fun or not, that's a whole completely another skill set. Same thing as which is also something I'm trying to learn, and that's why I say listening to your community is one of the key thing to do, right? Especially when you're in smaller studio, because most likely, if not, they have some good insights or the correct insights to make your game successful. Number one. Number two, of course, you need a hook. That part nobody can answer that, all right? And it's gonna be tough because like Angry Birds, it is a game of another. It's a clone gameplay of another type of game, and they just so happen to hit sweet spot. Yeah, got all the money in the world that they can do, and then they crash because they have nothing else. That's also another thing we can talk about as well. Angry Birds. Oh wow, wow. All right. Anyway, back to the story at hand because I need to close this already. If not, I could not do my animation live on stream, which I need to do. All right. There is no word. Let's see. We already went through some of them. Okay. Players were torn, or was it Ashes of Creation, a total scam that continued to find ways to rip money off hopeful gamers to fight a lawsuit nearly 1 million? Okay, this one we want to go through and see. It seems like a chaotic decision, end of January, leaving some games many believe crumbling, so competition. However, what she experienced on Jan 28th, she found that 100 developers being laid off, leaving her devastated. 2 days later, continues to impact. Okay, KK, money making scheme. All right, that's a heartfelt farewell. Discord message pop up. Say anyone. Da, da, da. According, Interpret Studio is moving forward to a renewed long-term vision for the game. These include continued development in China and transition to a subscription-based model, like optional battle passes, expanded. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay. I can see where they want to go if this were to go, which also another huge thing we can talk about. Gacha games in general, right? Follows this little thing over here. Yeah. So anyway, a lot of things because changes. Yeah, a lot of things change. Okay. Interestingly, Shepard also has history with pyramid schemes, an interview with massively overpowered. He was recruited by MLM company Zengo to sell nutritional products at 18 years old. Don't think it just was a stupid teen getting swindled. He stayed with the company and support his practices. Yes, the MLM, I understand. Okay, after working for at an MLM for a while, investment, real estate, saw success, continued to money making profit. Yeah, okay, so this part is very, very straightforward. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this because I might, truth to be told, okay, I will admit I might fall into this trap, and I need to keep myself as accountable as best as I can. All right. So it doesn't matter what the founder did in the beginning. Obviously, you need some money to start, and by doing a Kickstarter. So Kickstarter is a crowdfunded, all right, just a quick little thing. And crowdfunded, not to say it follows similar to MLM, but it's the same thing. Like, okay, you pay us a little bit or pay us a package. No, you pay to get into our investment center. All right, no. So you basically buy a packet, right? And that packet will tell you how to sell stuff. And that stuff you have to buy from the supplier, which is the same company. And then you want to recruit with people who do the same thing. Okay, so Kickstarter basically just says, hey, you know what? I want to make a game. Come and support us. Here, we're going to have lots of tiers for you. We have this tier, this tier, this tier, this tier, this tier. Okay, buy into everything already. Okay, now now we have enough money to make the game halfway. Oh no, we don't have enough money. We need more money. And then next thing you know, all right, we release a few more packages. Right, that's where the real money transaction comes in. However, in the game sense, it's much more. It can be very convoluted, but I will use the proper word: predatory. All right. Okay, you only buy the base version, the base packet. Now, if you want to level up, you want to get to the next tier, here is some packets slash battle pass that you can buy. See the similarity? Okay. The only difference is you don't recruit people. You are the people. So anyway, that's that. Right, that's that. And one of the key thing is because for me, all right, for me, I might, in fact, I would say if I were to fall into a trap, it will be on the trap of I need money in order to continue to develop the game before I have a game. I prefer the other way around. I want to make the game first and then sell, right? And then the game supposed and should be at least a complete package. There is no early access maybe. No, you know what? I try my best, and I want to say this: there should not be any early access. But the way I'm doing it right now is I'm making the game bits and pieces, so it's kind of an early access and alpha. So I cannot say no to that. Okay, I'm kind of doing it. The only difference is you're not paying. You don't need to pay. Free. Aha, that's the only difference. That's the only key difference right now. Okay, so that's it. That's all I want to talk about it. So again, some of these things we will only know through as the time goes on, and if I got more information for Ashes of Creation, because I am very interested in following up what they're gonna do. And the date is February 13th. We're gonna see the the update. Whether would they give us a video update on Twitch, if not YouTube, if not on X or any social platform, or just a note. I will take either of them. In fact, I definitely want to see a video. If they have the guts, they will do a town hall, whatever thing they want to do, video. I will be very happy, not say happy, I will respect them for doing that. Okay, with all this fiasco happen right now. If they just put a note, as much as I would say it's good, no, as much as I don't want to say anything, I'll say it's good. All right, good. With that, that's all for the Ashes of Creation drama. Oof. Crazy drama. All right, with that, let's start making some animation, because what we want to do, or what I want to do, is I want to what do you call this? Ooh, what's the word? I want to animate the thing live so I can make it into a drop, and then it will be the drop for January. Okay, so that's that. Now, how do I want to animate this guy? Key important question. Now, this is not the final. The problem right now. No. I want to use this right now. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me load the scene that I. No, wrong one. That's the casual night chit chat show. Okay, yes, this is the one. This is the one. Okay, so what we want to do is want to go to game. Yes, sorry. This is the template that I will use to do all my recordings for the drop. Toy Ape, text smash single. No. Where did I save my? Where did I save? Unity. Here we go. All right, so this is my original. This is my V1 robot. I'm not gonna animate this guy. Right, V1 robot. What we want is not the V1. We want the. Oh, come on. Where are you? Where did I put? Wow, really? Where did I put? I knew I put this somewhere. Huh. One sec. I need to find this. I need to find the robot. Where did I put the robot? Wow, even I can't even find it. No, I remember I put it somewhere. No, this is my V2. Actually, I can show you the progression for most of them. I'm gonna close you. V1, V2. V2 looks okay-ish, but it doesn't feel like a henchman. It feels incomplete. But I do like the shoulder pads and whatnot, so that's where I draw the inspiration for the third version, or rather the version that I want to put it out for you. Yeah, the version that I want to put out. Where is it? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do the other way around. Since I already have it loaded here. Nope, wrong one. Nope, wrong one. Rate table, rate boss. Nope, not this. No, seriously, where it is? Yeah, this is one. Okay, this should be it, right? Yes, this is it. Okay, we're gonna do a reverse search and hopefully this works. There we go. Found ya. Found ya. Okay, good. Found ya. Now I can go back to the scene. Don't save. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Found ya. And it is right here. Enemy one. Ta-da! It is. Obviously, this is at the wrong position. Ta-da! Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to animate this guy. And there's no head at the moment. No, not because there's no head, because of one key thing. I'm making this a little bit more modular. And one of the key things, I'm trying to separate them for 3D print. Yes. Some of, if not all the characters that I made, it will be available for physical as a physical item. That's right. Close this guy. Let's see. Oh, the head is way too big. So what we're gonna do is gonna do 90, and then we're gonna do 0.1. There we go. 0.01. That's even smaller. I don't have a size that I want to put just yet. So 0.05. No, 0.03. One of the main reasons why I'm splitting up the head, because I can easily change to this head if I want to, change to this head if I want to, or completely make a new one. Yeah, this head I'm still not on one end I'm not satisfied, but I think that's the best I can. Maybe I just keep it flat top. Yeah, you know what? Doesn't really matter. The most important thing is I need this to be animated. All right. So what I want to do is I want to do a hovering animation. So I'm going to turn on the animator view. Where is my animation? Animation. Okay. So select hunter bot. And let's see, where do I want to put the hunter bot in? I'm going to create an empty so that I can control properly. Hunter bot goes in 0, 0. Okay. There we go. Now this is correct. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a very simple animation, and that is the 1-2 combo using the hand. So it's gonna do like the cannon hand, like punch punch, 1-2 punch, something like that. All right, something like that. Okay, so this would be it, and let's begin animate. Okay, new animation. This is gonna be drop, so I'm gonna call it attack. Attack 1-2. Yes, sorry, attack 1-2. All right. So attack 1-2, what I want to do, I want to do at least a little hovering. So this one will just hover a bit top-ish. And then this guy will go a little downward. And this guy goes, yeah, back to the top. So like this. Okay, yes, there we go. All right. Now the arms will tuck backwards like it's I don't know how you're gonna call this, but I'm gonna just show it to you guys. So okay, yeah, this is the hand over here. All right, so the hand goes up here, the hand goes up here like this, and then it goes, oh no, Yes. All right. So it tucks in, and then the shoulders will go backwards. Uh, yes, shoulder something like this. I'm gonna give a little bit of yes. So yeah, there we go. Shoulder tuck in, and then it punches out one. So we're gonna do a left hand, right? Left hand punch out. So there we go. One. So this is a 1-2 punch. One. So punch. And then when it shoots, there is a little recoil. So we're gonna just copy this, and then gonna put the recoil up. So we can no. Boom. Alright. And then we're gonna put a little bit of wobbling. That's right. Like it's tracking. Okay, now it's a bit too fast. So this is the part where we want to get our timing. Okay. Gives a little bit more time winding up. And then this one goes a little bit further out. Further up. Further out. Further out. Further out. Alright. Dish. 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 Okay. So when it shoots, and then once it shoots, goes up a bit. Technically it's supposed to go backwards. Right, goes backwards, and this thing goes up. Boom. There we go. Oh, that's a nice animation. Shoots up. And then do I want to do the arm knuckle reload the arm reload like Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible? Oh, that would be cool though. Oh, that would be so cool, that animation. Oh no, but I think I can't do that yet. Oh, I can do like Cyborg. Oh, we got so many attacks. So many. Oh no, we can do Mega Man, Cyborg, and anyone with an arm cannon. Oh no. Oh no, there's too many. There's too many. This I can have fun with this animating this guy. Okay, so but we're gonna do a 1-2 shoot. Right, boom. Okay, shoot, and then I want to put at least some. Okay. Boom. Alright, boom. And then this guy will quickly. So once it shoot, it immediately tracks up. And then okay, do like this. Did I rotate correctly? I think I rotate correctly. Okay. Yep, I think I rotate correctly. Boom. Okay, no. When this guy goes up, it needs to maintain. Yes, I know it's supposed to aim a little bit sideways like this. Alright, so I'm gonna cheat a bit. Okay. Yeah, this part is a little bit boring, so I'm just put a little bit of lax. Okay, yeah. Boom. I know it's robot, so technically you don't really need to move, but I want to give a little bit, like at least some secondary animation. Okay. In fact, I can put a little bit delay over here, so we can give a little bit of personality. All right. Yeah. And then it has to punch out like, and then to punch out, I want to put a little bit more aggressive. There we go. Okay, this one will go. This one already like it's aiming already. Aim. Oh, there we go. Boom. And then second hand quickly comes up. Gonna put a little bit more. Okay, so a bit too fast. So again, like robot technically doesn't really matter. quickly swing out. This one should be already tracked. Okay, and because it's tracked already, yes. Okay, and then load up, boom. Push. All right, so shoot up already. And then once it's done, do I want to do the, no, we're gonna do the Robocop style. Haha. So, boom, and then goes up. Okay, yes. From here, we just put a recoil a little bit like here. Poof. And then we're gonna do a pose here as well, and that is push up. Haha. And then once it's done, okay, I'm gonna put this rotation just a little bit to give, like I said, to show that it's moving. And then after that, we return to base. Boom. Okay, yeah, that part we need to fix. Okay, so shoot, we want to hold. Boom, and then hold a little bit. When it shoots, this thing goes down. Now we're going to do a little bit different type of shooting. This thing goes upwards a little bit. And then, boom. Okay, now from here, since the thing's going up, now we can put this guy up here. Boom. Okay, so we need a big, huge recoil. This recoil is not good. So boom. Yeah. Rotate a bit. Rotate a bit, like that's a kickback. Boom. Boom. Alright, so the second hand is too fast. So boom. Obviously need to put a little bit longer. This guy, yeah, alright. Gonna hold the pose a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the pose a little bit. Shoot. Hold just a little bit longer. And then I think this is good. Pum, 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 pum. All right, and then reload. All right, let's play again. Pum, pum. There we go. Yeah, it'd be cool if I can get some barrel smoke, right? Okay. Boom. Now what we want to do is we want to fine tune this part. We want to make it a little bit more faster. So, no, delay a little bit. And then we want to make this part a little bit earlier. So it feels like that there is a, what do you call this? A boom. Okay. So, yeah, just a few frames earlier. Hold it. Dish, 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 dish. This part we can go a little bit faster. Okay. need a bit more. Yeah, we need this. It has to be a bit more. Boom. Yep, that looks good. Dish, 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 dish. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I think that's good. That's great. Yeah, we already have our animation. And that's it. This would be it. Do we want to move the head a little bit? Just for funsies, we're going to move the head just a little bit. All right, so when... Okay, we move this head a little bit. Oh, move this head a little bit to here. And then to side. And I think that we are done with this. Dish, 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 dish. Hold on a sec. Look at this. Look at the track. Boom. And then look at that hand. Boom. And then load down the side. Dish, 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 dish. Oh, there we go. The head. The head's perfect. Small little aim, like, yeah, aim with the hand, aim with the other hand. Boom. Okay, wait. Let's see. Shoots down. And then, you know what? Let's rotate down a little bit. Just a little bit. Because the first recoil was something like not expected. Boom. Boom. And then after that, the second hit is like already adjusted. Dish, 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 dish. Okay, and then punch. Yeah. So we also give this a little bit as well, like recoil. A much heavier recoil. Oh, this is even nicer. Yeah, now we got a very obvious, like the recoil is heavy before it can goes up, and then like kinda a reload. It would be cool, like do an arm reload, cha-ching. You know what? That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. You know what? Put your hands up in the air, and then oh yeah, okay. Then what we want to do is we want to boom. I know it's the animation is a little bit awkward, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it regardless. Okay. Always have issue with this hand. Okay, play. Yeah, it's too. Okay, go up, and then this one will go down a bit, and then this one will just lock it up a bit more. Go down a bit more, and this guy will. Let's see if it works. Boom. Yes, the animation is way too fast. Way too fast. I think it's just way too fast. Boom. And then, yeah, because technically this thing have to go up a bit, so I'm gonna cheat a bit more. Pump up. This one. So yeah, goes up a bit more. Okay. Yeah, it's way too fast. Okay, so we're just gonna expand a little bit. You know what? Yes, I can expand just a little bit. Push up here a bit. Push this out a bit. Push this out a bit. Push this out a bit. Okay. Boom, boom. Ah, there we go. There we go. It's a little bit faster, but Yeah, that last part is way too fast when it goes down, so I'm just gonna give a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more then. Yeah, alright, cool. This is good. This is good. Boom, boom, boom. And then, yeah, that's it. That's it. Alright, so this would be the attack for the Hunter bots. This would be one of many drops. I think, oh, there's so many animation that I can do with the robot, okay? Truth to be told. So that will be the drop. Thursday, we will see the final drop because I need to put the colors on the robot. And the robot, I already have the color team. I kind of already have the color team. I just want to decide if I want to keep white or not because it's going to be red, gunmetal. Red and gunmetal. Yeah, so it's not just, it's just basically it's just dark gray, right? The only difference is, do I want to, it feels like I want to put something, no, you know what, I think this is good. This is much more this is much more cooler than this right now. Yeah, whereas this one is, yeah, this is boring, but I like the down part. I definitely like the shoulder pad, but of course shoulder pad I put much better. One small little thing I realize I don't, probably I'll do some animation cleanup. Yeah, this part I don't like. Look at that. That's terrible. It's, for some reason, it's only this hand that I'm annoyed. Okay, even though, yeah, I just don't like this hand. Oh, come on. It's always this hand. Okay. Yeah, okay, good. At least I get to save a little bit. Yeah. So overall, you know what? This Hunter bot design is much more successful compared to this and this. But the head, I'm still not satisfied. It's better, but I'm not satisfied for some reason. But this would do. I think I'll just put a flat top. Flat top is still better, right? Yeah, flat top is still much better. Flat top it is. Alright, so that's it. That's all I have for you for today. Oh, just gonna let it play through. Gonna put this front and center. Oh, look at that. So menacing. Yeah, the arm's still a little bit wonky. Okay, that's it. Until then, I would say for those who are watching on Kick and or Twitch, I wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. Have a nice day, my friends. Stay safe. Until then, I will see you guys same time, same place, 9 p.m. PT time every Tuesday and Thursday. And for those who are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with this. I think I want to do. I feel like doing something over here. Maybe give a much more chestier, a much more chesty robot. But I have to end this design already. Okay, I have to close this design. So for now, because this is just a drone, this is the lowest rank of lowest rank. Yeah, I'll just let it be that. Okay. See ya, my friends. For some reason, interesting. It's not playing as what I expected. Okay, I need to pay attention to this next time because it needs to run on the background. Okay, it needs to run on the background. Okay, you know what? Stop playing. I go to stream, turn on the game, save. Yes, I want to save. Turn on the game. When the game spawns, there should be animation because it's technically autoplay. And then I'll end this. Okay. No animation. No animation. Alright. I'm a little bit sad. And bots. You know what? Thursday. You'll see it. Okay. At least the game is working.